Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. I know we're a little close today, but I'm doing a watercolor, so I want to make sure you guys can see. I have chosen this little image, and I got this on Pinterest. So if you search up on Pinterest, snowman photograph is what I did. Snowman photograph. You should be able to find it. It's not mine, so I can't give it to you guys. But anyway, I printed it out, put some hard charcoal. This is just charcoal. You can use a pencil. You don't have to have one of these. Color the whole back, put it down, tape it at the top, and then you just trace over all the little parts. You can probably see some of the pencil marks on there where I've traced it. So then I went over it with a black fine line pen, and I think I used a if I can find it here, a Micron 02 in black. You need something that is waterproof. So don't just use any old pen. Make sure that it's going to be a waterproof one. Sharpies work too. It's just they're a little bit, the ones I have are a fatter line, and I wanted a fine line. So I have him down on here. I have my watercolor paper. This is just Master's Touch regular watercolor paper. It's not fancy watercolor paper. So you don't have to worry about that. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot salt. Hold on just a minute. Sorry about that. Told myself like 10 times. I just use sea salt. You can use any salt. It doesn't really matter. It just gives you that sort of frosty look when you do a watercolor, and I'll show you in just a moment. So how is everybody? I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing good. It's frosty and miserable outside again. I'm telling you, it's never gonna go away. I mean, it is very pretty. I do agree with that. There's definitely something beautiful about all the frost. But yesterday we did get sun for just, I don't know, like an hour. So that was lovely. But I just want to go walk. My husband and I did finally walk the other day. It was like, well, we're just going to go. I just put a scarf over my face. So I'm just spraying a little bit of water here and there. Kind of, it's going to be my background. So just to get a bit of blue in here and, you know, some color. And I just have my palette of watercolor. It's not anything that's expensive. They're just, you can buy them on Amazon. I think they're even in the description box below if they still have them. I don't know. I've had them for a while. They were gifted to me. So I'm not positive if you can still get these exact ones, but there's probably something similar out there. You can use any watercolor though. Just use whichever that you like using. This one is going to be a gift, so take that away and put it up here. And I'm just kind of trying to go around the branch a bit just so that I don't, you know, color in the branch and everything in blue where I don't really want blue. And you do want it to be a little bit wet when you put the salt on, or it doesn't really do anything. So and I'll put the salt on, I'll get it dry, and then we'll come back and finish the rest of it. That blue is very, very blue. I haven't had to use much of it to get the color, that's for sure. So how are you guys? Hope you're good. I know I just said that, but I just want to make sure you guys are doing well. And I want to say hugs and blessings to Carrie, Jean, Black Coffee and Wildflowers, and Nikki. Thank you guys so much for always watching my channel, for your kind comments. I couldn't do what I do without all of you, so I really do appreciate you very, very much. I'm just going to kind of do that, and I know I'm going to spray some more water in there and get a little more. I just want to get these spots where there isn't color. Okay, I'm just going to spritz it a little. Add just a little more blobs of color here and there, because I'm hoping they'll get kind of, this isn't, like if you use really, you know, more not really, but more expensive paint, you're going to get more movement with the water. And better paper. Those are the two things that give you more of those effects. We're just gonna get what we can here. If I get a little on the berries and branches, that's okay, because if they get that frosty effect, I think it'll be kind of cool. And then all you do is put the salt on there. It's nothing difficult. So you can put it more in some spots, less in some spots. I kind of want to come right up to the scarf there. And then as it dries, it kind of makes little frosty looks, you know, like it spreads out a bit. Many of you may have seen this type of thing already, but if you haven't, I'm just trying to explain. Just add a little bit more. And then I'll have to go wash my brush because I don't want salt on there, but I just want to get a little more color in some of those spots. And a little more water. To hopefully make it frostier. And then we'll see what comes up after I pause. Oh, you know what else I wanted to try? I don't know if it'll make any difference, but I'm going to try it. You know how when we used, I have one open already, a little bit of gesso or acrylic paint, either one, doesn't matter. And when you splash it onto the watercolor, it kind of like spreads out. I want to try that and see how that works. I don't do watercolor the professional way or the way that somebody who's been trained or whatever does it. I just do my own thing. It's sometimes ends up being a little bit more like mixed media because that's just what I like. So if you're seeing my videos for the first time thinking it's teaching you how to watercolor, I am no guru on that. I just do what I think will work, kind of thing. So you just kind of get what you get when you come watch my channel for watercoloring. I'm not saying this is the right or the wrong way or whatever. I'm just doing what I want. Playing with watercolor. That's why on the playlist it's called Watercolor Play, because that's literally what I'm doing. So as this dries too, it kind of bleeds out into the blue and all that, and it looks kind of cool for an icy look. I just watered that gesso down a lot. Like I put a lot of water in it. So it's almost more like a watercolor. And you can do the same thing with gouache. You can use it. White gouache works well. Like I said, I just use what I have. Whatever I can grab and works. I'm not a good rule person following. I mean, I follow life's rules, but I don't follow crafting and creating rules. All right. So I'm going to get this dry, or let it dry. I think I'll just let it dry actually, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back, and it's not 100% dry, but it's dry enough that I can continue on with the snowman. So that's what I'm going to do, and we'll just let that stay that way, and then I'll take the salt off. And all you need to do to get the salt off generally is rub a brush over it. Sometimes you got to kind of move it a little bit with your hand, but it'll just come off into the trash, and then, you know, you're good to go. So we'll just let that set for now. And we'll work on his hat with some black. Need some more water on these. They're about dry now after waiting for that to dry. I'll use a little bit of like a charcoal, glittery charcoal color just to add the iciness to that. So we're not going to do the salt on the snowman. This guy, he just cracked me up when I saw him. I was like, I have to paint one of those because he's adorable. And he just really is. It's so cute. And I'm fine with having some, you know, white spots and things like that. It doesn't bother me. I do kind of want to cover up the blue though, because that's not supposed to be on his hat. And this tape, I don't know why I bother. It went under the edge there and everything. It's clearly not the best tape for doing watercolor. And I'm just using a 8 round. This is an old worn out hat he's wearing. Oops, that wasn't good though. My hand just went all wacky there for a moment. Well, of course that's not going to come off, and then I got it all over. Sometimes if you get it right away, you can get rid of it, but apparently that's not going to happen. So let's take some of the blue. Let's see if we can't. Right, well, that gray definitely leaves a mark. Because it won't budge off at all, of course. Take some of this white. No. Okay, I need some clean water. And I'm gonna do some more white. Let's see if I can't get rid of that. I've never had that happen that fast. I mean, yes, if you leave it dry, it won't, but not like that. Interesting. I just want to kind of put a very watered down blue along the edge over here. And I'm going to go in between these a little bit. So those are like pine boughs on his head there. Get some clean water. Just kind of move it over so that we get a little color to our snowman, but you obviously don't want to paint him all blue, right? I mean, you can just leave him white, but just adds a little more if you add some other color to him. So the nose on this snowman looks to be like some sort of orange block or something, like not a carrot, because it's like, it almost looks like wood in the picture, and I'll show you just a second. It's very cute though. I just hope I can capture it because he's adorable in that photograph. And then maybe around the eyes, you know, you're going to put a little color because it's sunk in a little bit, you know, where these buttons are. I think they're buttons anyway. Little plastic circles of some kind. And around his nose. And kind of around these little, they're little red, I don't know what they are, but little bits. And you can just pick up water and color by, you know, wiping your brush off and then going over it. A little more white up here, see if we can't. I can't believe that one little slip on that hat and that got messed up. Okay, let's work on the hat a little bit more because I want to put some darker spots. It sort of like sinks in spots. Making it a little darker where the edge of the hat is there. So let me show you this. See how it looks like, I think a piece of wood. I'm not sure. And then there's like little red berries, maybe. They like kind of look like the berries that are in the branch up there. Don't know. Very cute though. And he does have snow on top of his hat up here, so I'm going to make this a little bit lighter. Forgot about that. Got too sidetracked with the bad spot. And I'll just add snow with the white paint. It'll be the easiest way to do that. Push is in here by the heater. Trying to stay warm. It's about 24 degrees. So yeah, it's a little chilly willy this morning. He likes it as much as I do. Or even less, possibly. He won't even go outside. He just sticks his nose out there and is like, how about no? I want this to look all kind of beat up and stuff because it's an old hat. Probably over that brim right there where it goes up over. It would be a little bit lighter. It's always interesting working with black because there's only so much you can do for shadows and whatnot. Okay, I think that'll work. We'll do his eyes with black. Too much water. I'm gonna put in a light spot, I think, after I get it dry. We'll add a little more snowiness. Okay, let's do is not carrot. How long have I been? Oh my gosh, it's gonna take a minute. You think it's fast because it's just a little snowman, but well, the difficulties don't help, you know, when I mess things up. Okay, paper towel. That's a Gail Augustinelli word. That's where I got that. Difficulties. Or difficulties. Okay, and the little red spots. And then we can do the berries as well. And you can get a smaller brush. I'm going to try to do it with just this one. I'll probably be sorry because it's called being lazy. But we'll see. Then we'll do the berries. I think they're dry enough. Yes. Oh, you know what I should do is get the salt off. And it's just going to leave like little, I don't even know, just little marks. Icy looking marks. I don't want the, I mean, it's fine if the berries do it a little bit, but. You know, if you're doing this on your own, without a video, then you can let it dry in stages and whatnot, and you don't have to, yeah, I'm going to use a smaller brush, I'm going to mess it up. You don't have to worry about how much time you're taking. You can take your time and do a better job. I'm going to finish these and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I finished the berries, but now we're going to do the scarf in the same red. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue on with that. Moving away some salt. A little more water here. Drying out really fast today. It must be dry in here. Probably because I always have heaters going. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. There's kind of like a knot here. Part of it goes below the tape, but I'm not going to stress about it. I can always add a little to it. That's kind of an old ratty scarf he's wearing too. Or, yeah, scarf. It's weird how your brain just sort of takes a vacay when you're trying to do something like this. It's too busy concentrating to talk at the same time. Ooh, that's purple. I don't want purple. I'm gonna work on the branches. But we need brown for branches, I think. That looked like a dark color of brown, but it was not. Just adding a little black to it. Okay. So it's tricky with trying to decide where to go so that you don't drag your hand through something. This is why I generally don't tape stuff down, because then I can't move it. But I kind of wanted a border around this one, so that's why I did it. I need to get out. I have a board that I can tape it to, but I was too lazy today. I have to get down on its level more here. I'm going to leave some spots without really brown, more so than normal, because I want to put a little bit of white on the branches. I kind of did the same with the berries. I want a little bit more brown. And you can go over, once it's all done and dry, you can go back in with your black pen and make some more marks so that you can see them, you know, a little bit better. If that's what you want to do. Or you can just let it be. Okay, I think that's good. Let's work a little bit on those pine boughs. And I haven't done a lot of pine boughs, so we're going to see how this goes. Could be a disaster. We're going to try it. See what we get. I'm just trying to do some straight-ish strokes here. Kind of want more colors of that. They kind of go a little bit this way and that way, but they generally sort of stay in one direction. Now I added a little tiny bit of black, and then it just went all cuckoo crazy. some of this darker in here. So you can go in with a lighter one on the bottom, put a darker one on the top. It'll just give you more of that depth. I think that's good. Trying to decide what I want to do. I think I'll take this rest of the salt off. Since it's all dry now. You can really see it down here. I think that's because I had more of the blue down there. I don't want to drag that green away. Probably have to wait till I take it off of here and then get rid of the rest of that. Oh, I'm just making a mess with the branches now. So let's stop doing that. It's always good to have a clean water and a dirty water, especially if you're going to be using reds and things like that, because they're really hard to get out of the brush in a dirty water. So, I don't know, just figured that out over time. Okay. Now I think I'll try to add snow, for lack of a better term. And of course, it probably would be better to wait. If you can. I'm gonna have to get the other brush. I thought I could do it with that. There's no way, it's too big. You guys were probably telling me that. And I'm just using that gesso again, but of course you can use gouache. They also make that Dr. Teal's, I think it is, and I don't remember what the whole name is, but it's like a white that covers over stuff. Sorry if my head gets in here. I'm trying to see what I'm doing. And I think that stuff's probably a really good idea if you're gonna watercolor a lot. I really don't, so I'm afraid it would get all dried out before I'd ever use it up. This works. You can also get the resist stuff, and I can't remember what that's called either, but you paint it on first before you even start your painting, and then you do your whole painting and rub it off, and then of course it leaves the white of the paper. I don't have any of that either. So this is called just use what you got. Which happens to be gesso. And then on top of his hat, huh? Not really sure if this is gonna work, but we'll try. Sorry, I know I'm really quiet. It's just concentration time. I don't like his eyes. And I'm gonna put a little bit of glitter in that paint. And I'm gonna get it all dry and I'll come back and show you guys when he's done. All right, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back and it's all done and sparkly and cute, and I signed it. I just wish that wouldn't have happened. I did it a little up there and over there too, but so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Regardless, it's an adorable little snowman, and like I said, definitely if you want this one, go over to Pinterest and just put in snowman photograph, because that's what it was. It was a photo. It wasn't a painting or anything like that. It was just a photograph. So anyhow, I would love to share it with you. It's just not mine to share, so I can't do that, especially as a freebie. Well, I can't sell it either, but you know what I mean. All right, guys, have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll chat again soon. Love ya. Bye.